Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. We from group 1, we are from group 1 and we call ourselves FAZ, which stands for Farish, myself, Afif, Shahid and Zairil. Okay. Today I would like to present our project assessment, which is called QR code generator and scanner app. Okay. For the next slide, we have table of contents. First, the introduction. We make this project based on QR. Based on QR scanner. So for the next QR code theory, we explain what is the project about and what we are using for the project MIT App Inventor. Next, we have app design methodology. We design and plan the screening for the scanner and the QR generator. Number 4, results and discussions. We test the functionality of project and we discuss about for the improvement, limitations and the enhancement. For the conclusion, we successfully build the project with the MIT App Inventor. Okay. For the next slide, we have introduction. Okay, introduction. QR codes. What is a QR code? QR codes are a 2D barcodes that store text, URLs, contacts, and more. It is usually used in advertising, mobile apps, and contactless systems. MIT App Inventor also allows visual block-based app development, and this project uses QR generator and scanner extension. Okay. And for the next slide, what is a QR code? Well, a QR code is a two-dimensional barcode storing different data types such as strings, hyperlinks or integers such numbers and such, and it can also be scanned using smartphones, Android or iOS, and it also widely used in business, marketing and payments. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Azrin Shahid. Now I would like to continue from the previous slide. Now I would like to talk about MIT Apps Inventor. First, we focus on the visual programming platform for Android apps. Second, block-based drag and drop interface. That means from the blocks, we can drag the blocks to make a program. For the third, we have a grade for beginners and rapid app development. It's easy for the user to create the new software or build any software for the beginner user. The last one is support external extension, for example QR code tools. Next, I would like to share about apps objective. For the first one, our objective is to generate and scan QR codes, and the second one to support of multiple data types. The third one, we want to focus an objective about save and export the QR image. For example, if the user want to use the QR, the user can save and export the QR image to their gallery or their phone. And the last part is user-friendly interface. Easy to develop any software and for another function. Next, we have a screen planning. In this page, we have 4 flows. For the first one, we focus on home screen for the main navigation. The second flow, we generate QR screen, input and generate QR code. The third one is scan QR screen and display the QR content. For example, for the user want to use the YouTube channel, he can type the YouTube and the QR will generate. And the last one is screen history, store and paste the interaction. And the last part for my explanation, we have color and style choices. For the first one, we focus on minimalist design and high contrast. Blue color for trust and tag field. The third one is large accessible button. And the last is clean font and intuitive icon. That's all for me. Thank you.
Let's continue our video where I will explain the block code that we use to build this app. Firstly, if you look at the app in the top screen, there are code that use when generate QR underscore button dot click do open another screen name generate QR screen. This code is to function to open another screen if the user press the button generate QR. It will go to another screen where the user will generate QR. And then if you look at the below the code there are second option for scan QR button. Alright, if the user press the scan QR button, it will go to the camera to scan the QR button, and then if the user successfully scan the QR button, it will go straight to the source that the user scanned. For example, if the user scan QR for Google Map, it will go to the Google Map. And then lastly, there are history button. Alright, this history button, if the user press it, the user will go to another screen. The screen name is history screen. This screen will show you all the data that the user previously put. For example, if the user put plain text in the generate QR, it will get the history in the history screen. That is the explanation for all the QR code. There are the explanation for the home screen from the app we built.
And now I'm gonna explain about generate QR screen blocks. Here we see the blocks editor in MIT app, where the logic behind the QR code generator app is programmed. Let me break it down. First, when the generate QR button is clicked, the app first check if the text to QR input field is empty. If it is empty, a notification is shown to the user asking them to enter text. If it is not empty, it calls the QR code creator component to generate a QR code using the provided text and includes our logo, which is fast logo in the QR. After generate the QR code, it stores the text into TinyDB to keep a history of generated code. A temporary list is used to hold the current text, and it is added to the history list also. The QR code creator on QR code created block, then update the image on the screen to show the generated QR. Next, when the save or export button is clicked, the app checks again if a QR code image is available. If not, it asks the user to generate QR first. If it is available, the app uses the sharing one component to share the image with a label. Finally, the back button open the previous screen when clicked, which is the home page.
I would like to explain the block code for history, QR history screen, and this is the block explanation. For the first one, we have back button function. When the back button function is clicked, the app navigated back to the main screen named screen 1. This allows user to return easily from the history page. Second, analyzing history screen. When the history screen opens, it loads previously saved QR code data. It retrieves two sets of history from TinyDB. One for generate QR code, we use the generate underscore QR underscore history, and one for scan QR code is scan underscore QR underscore history. If no history exists, it creates an empty list. Next, we have clear generate QR history. When the clear generate QR button is clicked, the apps delete all stored generated QR code history by clearing the generate QR history tag in TinyDB and resetting the display list to empty. The last one is clear scan QR history. When the clear history scan a QR button is clicked, the apps clear the store scanner QR code history by removing the scan QR history tag and reset the display list to empty as well. We have generate QR underscore screen. First, screen initialization. When the generate QR screen is initialized, the app checks if it receives any start value input text. If the input is not empty, its process generates the QR code. Next, set text to display. The text from the start value is assigned to able call text to QR. This shows the content that will be converted into a QR code. And the last part is generate QR with logo. The apps then call the QR code creator one, create QR image with logo function. It is generate a QR code using that provide text. Set the size based on the width of the QR image component and add a logo item into the center of the QR code.
My name is Muhammad Farishaka. In this section, I will explain the after scan event logic. When the barcode scan event triggers with a result, we evaluate the result and take different actions depending on its content. Okay, for the first content, for the display plain text, if the scanner scan nothing else but just a regular text in it, it will display the scan text in the main navigation menu, just what we type in. Okay, for the second, it will if it scan containing the HTTP, it will set the activity to view the URL using Android intent action view, as you can see here, and it will get the result whether it is just a regular link, YouTube, and such. Okay, for the third, it will if the scanner scan a number containing a number, it will set the action to Android intent action dial, which then will bring the number to a dialer. Next, if the scan result contains an alias or a .com, it will construct to a mail to Android intent action sent to, and it will open the emails app to compose a message to the scan email address. Okay, for the final part, as we can see here, another else if it contains a maps google.com, and it will get the result and it will bring up the Google Maps, and it will open on the Google Map apps. Okay, as a conclusion, this app not only scans and processes QR codes intelligently, like opening websites, maps, email, or dialers, but also saves the results locally using TinyDB for history access later, like we see here. For the last part, it will set the global temp list to call the TinyDB. It will save the QR to the local storage folder. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Muhammad Afif Izzuddin Mijalil. I'm gonna continue our presentation. Let's go! Okay, I'm gonna explain about usability enhancement. So, we create this app to be straightforward, workflow and navigation. Second, input validation with error handling. For example, if the text field is empty, it will pop up an error message. Thirdly, visual feedback for action. And lastly, this app, our concept when create this app is to be fast and efficient experience. Let's go to our next slide, which is testing scenarios. Okay, there is 5 data of our testing scenarios, which is plain text, URL, email, phone number, and geolocation. Plain text will display correctly after scanning in our app. Second, URL will open browser directly. Phone numbers will open dialer. Emails will open email composer and ready to send. Geolocation will open Google Maps for easier navigation. Okay, for the test result, this app is fast and accurate scanning. Secondly, QR generation works for all types. Like I said before, it works for 5 data. Thirdly, scanning reliable in normal lightning. Last but not least is successfully save and export QR code to gallery or any other apps. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zairil and I will continue from where we left off. So, this slide will explain about the limitation and the suggestion for the app. Firstly, for the limitation, there will be no customization feature implemented in this app. Next, for suggestion, it can be more improved for input validation. Secondly, it also can add offline scanning support, which is it can mimic the app cam scanner. It can scan the app from document and then convert it to be PDF format. Lastly, it also can include social media sharing option. For this last suggestion, this feature can be added and to be more developed if the app have this function, because if the app have sharing option for social media such as Instagram or Facebook, it can be more used widely. Next, for conclusion, the app successfully built using MIT App Inventor. It also reached the requirement for the objective that we set from this first before we start the project. It can handle multiple data types effectively. It also user-friendly and practical design. This app using MIT App Inventor proved to be fast and efficient for rapid development. For future enhancement, for app, it can add a timestamp on history screen. Also, it enhanced the UI feedback, support more QR types such as Wi-Fi QR code and configuration, include offline and multilingual features such as it also can be translated to be more language that can be supported in the app. Thank you for watching this video, and if you got any question, drop the comment below. And my name is Zairil, and this is my group mate. This is Farish, this is Afif, and lastly, this is Shahir. Bye bye.